Hi, my name is Ken. I'm doing these videos, as we all know by now, down here in Bullseye, New Mexico. I'm going to start with, this is video 13. It's been 2 or 3 months. I guess I've been told by my editor, Merle, I should probably be putting out more of these. And so I'll try. I've just been really busy, as I'm going to show. I'm going to do 2 today because I did get a lot done since I was over in that corner last time showing my summer solace pipe and stuff. I'm going to start today with this. Okay, this right here, this doohickey is my septic pump. Okay, little spendy toy there, and it's gonna go over here directly underneath probably that 3-inch opening. Okay, and there's gonna be a 2-inch pipe going from the pump up through that hole. Now, what happens, what I'm going to do is the kitchen sink, which is going to be right over there, and the bathroom sink, which will be right over there, and then the toilet, which will be over there, and the shower also, are all going to run into a little concrete mini septic tank, I'll call it, a little reservoir for all that wastewater that this is going to sit in. And when a certain amount of water gets in there, of course this float's going to come up. It's going to click on like you heard it, and that sewage is going to come up, whoosh, up that pipe. Okay, and I think I'm gonna make the tank. I don't want to go buy a tank like a plastic one and work around that. I want to put that thing in place, about where it's gonna go first, and then build my own concrete tank around that. It's got to have vents, so when the sewage is being pumped out, air has to replace that, and so air is going to be sucked in, and then as it fills up, that air has to be pushed out somewhere. So it'll be vented, and I got to think about all that stuff, and I'll get it right, and it's gonna hopefully, I hope, work really well. I'm going to pause this thing, and I'll meet you topside up here. Okay, here I am, topside. I forgot to say the date. The date today is, I think it's the 20th, September. And it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. It was another really hot summer, man. Wow. But getting down to this, these are those, my boot here will show. That right there is that 3-inch opening I was talking about. Now a pipe will come up, right here. It'll come out of that hole, the 2-inch pipe. And then with 245s, you want to use 245 angles because it's less pressure on the pump than a 90 where the water goes boom. It'll flow around the corner. And that's going to go down here. And it'll go down here. got this done. It's gonna go down here where this isn't my septic tank itself. This is just a sarcophagus, if you will, for two of those kind of tanks over there. Okay? Now, when I was talking about that pipe coming up, with the 245s, it's going to come across and then down into one of those tanks with two more 45s. The septic system has to work where, you know, if you see any individual solids, if you will, I hope you're not watching this eating breakfast, but you're not supposed to see individual solids in your septic tank. Those are supposed to be broken down as they lie in the pipes underneath your house. Now, I don't really have to worry about that because the pump that I just showed you is going to chop everything up pretty good. And it's going to deposit it in the first tank here. This will hold two of those tanks. And then I got it here where if I do have some sort of situation, the nozzles for those tanks will hang out down in this deeper area that's got a drain in it. But I can always use a 5-gallon bucket and do my own septic tank instead of calling somebody. And that's what I'll do if I have to. But I don't see it screwing up. A septic tank system should work for years and years and years and years without having to maintain it, because it all goes into that first tank and it breaks up even finer. And then it goes into a second tank, which I'll have over here, this area. It goes into that. And then it gets broken up even more, and that water rises up. And then it's going to run out this hole right here. I mean, there's going to be a plastic PVC pipe that goes into there. And that's dirt behind there that I haven't broken loose yet. It's going to be like break on through to the other side. Can't wait to do that, man, because I'll pause this again and I'll meet you in my drain field area, which was another big hole that I'll introduce you to here once Okay, I'm back. Should do it this way, I guess. Now I am in my drain field. Okay, now right about here, okay, it's 8 feet deep. There's the top. And anyway, somewhere in here is where that square is that I can't wait to bust through. And the pipe's going to come out and it's going to go. Look at all the little frogs down in here. It rained last night. They're little toads. But this will be my drain field. Now, getting back to the geology of this place down here, at about 6.5 feet, right about at this level, okay? You can see the top way up there. It starts turning into this really good material. I love it. And this is what it looks like. And it's gravel. And I make concrete out of it, and it makes good concrete. And I've discussed this before. But you also, in a drain field, you need a very porous area, because this is going to be just draining water, sewage, and it's going to leach back into the ground. Okay, so I could have stopped at 6.5 feet when I first ran into the gravel, But I wanted the material for building my coffee tower. Okay, there goes my egg timer. That means I'm running out of time, or my eggs are done. Okay, so I gotta kind of speed this up. So I'll walk to the, and so it's kind of like strip mining. Okay, this thing's 60 feet long. And so, seeing as though I wanted the material, gotta ignore the dead mice. I was saving them for a while, but I mean, rescuing them, I should say. And there's just so many of them. Getting back to the strip mining thing, I put all the good gravel stuff on this side, and then I flung it, I should say. Oh, this is all dug by hand, I'll tell you. And it's always a bitch because the soil is so hard. But that's the drain field. There should be. And it'll have pipe running the whole length, that pipe that has holes in it, drain field pipe, and I'll have it covered. And that is basically did I say the date? Yeah, I said the date. That's basically the septic system. And I'm getting pretty close to it. I better shut this thing down so I don't go over. YouTube doesn't like it. If it's 15 minutes and 1 second, they won't take it. Okay, so I'm going to get to work out here, and then I'm going to do number 14 later in the day, because I got a lot of progress. So I'll see you in the afternoon.